Good afternoon, everyone. How is it going? We are on the late server, so even though we are really late into the day, I can still do the glitch wave Nihil event right now if I want to. And we don't have the new event available to us yet, at least not for another 30 seconds or so. In about 30 seconds, that event's going to open up, and then 15 minutes later, you see we also don't have the Synex banner yet. About 15 minutes from now, the Synex banner will be available, and then we can go ahead and click on that. Just skip this song. I forgot to put this playlist on shuffle. Okay, I put it on shuffle, and it just shows the very next song. There's 317 songs in this playlist. I put it on shuffle, and it goes from second song to the third song. Gotta love actual good honest god of randomization. Am I right? Okay, but now it's been 30 seconds. We do have the new event now available to us. We are here right on time. Synex is looking gorgeous. I really love how like they're really leaning into how badass Synex is. They're just like, you know what, this is the character that we're just going like full death metal on. And I like that. I'm a fan of the vibe that they're going for. We'll see about like the effectiveness. We haven't gotten there yet, but yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of talk that she's really bad, but you know, I'm not gonna judge her until I put her in my hands. So, hey, good afternoon. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this name. I gotta like lean in to read it. Aiji Shukjinuk. That's the best I got. Hope you enjoyed my attempt at pronouncing. Oh man, we've got so much energy and stuff to spend. So we just got the banner available, but this is this server gets the banner at the latest. So everybody else has had their time to like play through the events. And just Aiji? Okay. And tell me if I'm pronouncing Aiji wrong or not, because I'm well known for butchering names. But yeah, we just got the event, but since we're so late to the party, our server in general, we do not have the banner yet. We gotta wait another 15 or so minutes for that banner. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of the dailies and stuff out of the way, and then we can look at the banner itself. Man, that is some gorgeous art. That's a really nice avatar frame too. Huh. Makes you want to like, I really like my current setup with Hella and like the gold going with the gold. But that is a really nice avatar frame, and I might have to switch over to that one. Oh, we can do the suspect pursuit. Right, let's do that. Anyways, good luck with your pools. I got blessed with 2 Synex copies and a single 10 roll earlier. Was it your first 10 roll, or was it like, did you use a few 10 rolls and then like that one 10 pull at the end decided to bless you? You think she is good in terms of meta. I have not tried her, so I am not taking a hard stance. What I can tell you is that everyone says she's awful. But, you know, I'm not going to judge her until I've played a round or two with her. I gotta listen to that voice again. Oh my god, her voice is so good. I don't think you guys can hear my game audio. I've got a playlist running in the background. I apologize for not having that set up. Okay, so this is... It's just like enhanced state. It just affects her auto attacks, right? Yeah, it's just like a Zoya ult. Okay, that damage is looking pretty mid. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's right, but it ramps up. It ramps up. And then she has the big old clap. She's got the clap. A cheap ult is good. Not sure about this. HP drain doesn't really matter, honestly. Okay, Blood Oath, a special status. Thank you, game. I'm glad that Blood Oath is a special status. I'm just not sure if her hurting... Oh, I didn't mean to click that button. And because I clicked that button, I can no longer clear the stage. Rough. Literally my first and only 10 roll on the banner, and I had like 7 pity. Oh man, that is the best feeling. I almost had that on Millie. I got away with like 2 10 pulls for Millie, but I didn't get 2 copies. I just got her and got out, and it still felt good. What is the range on this ECB? Like, how big is it? It's just directly horizontal. Okay. I was wondering if it was like in front of her, or if it like caught above and below her as well. Like, I didn't know if it started here, or if it started back here, but it does start in the back, and that's good to know. I was really just going to do a single 10 pull saving for Augustus. Yo, you and everybody else. Augustus is the move. There's some argument to be made for Hela, especially if you got like a really well invested roster. Hela's got higher peaks, that's for sure, but it requires a lot more investment, and also requires you to like be a speedrunner of sorts. For like 99% of the audience, Augustus is the move. The people who are going to like use Hela to the extent that she outperforms Augustus, they're also going to get Augustus, right? These are people who are going like deep on Shackles. I don't know what she does, I'll be honest. What does Thani do? Send her adept at dealing magic damage. Ultimate can deal core damage. How much core damage? Just 1. Okay, can store up to 2 times. Ultimate hits enemies. Okay. Magic damage. Chief Potesta is interesting. It's a nice idea to play around. And her crime brand. Transpose. When activated, changes the ultimate effect. Additional energy is consumed when casting. Ultimate for each additional point of energy consumed. The ultimate damage coefficient increased. Oh, so she can stack up to multiple charges, and her whole gimmick is that she's using like... You can either use a small bomb, do a little bit of damage, or use like all of your stacks to launch a giant nuke. That's interesting. I mean, for each additional point of energy, and this is a 40 cost. Jesus, it's going to hit hard. So 40 times 30 is going to net you 1,200. But then it stacks up to 3 times when you get her ECB, right? Yeah, 3 times. So you can make it like a 3,600 damage nuke. And wow, they lock core breaking behind her fucking shackles? Wow. That is interesting. And also, I see they're slowly nerfing energy overflowing, the Shackle 4. This is, for every other center, it's like at the start of battle, you gain 15 energy. And now they're saying, fuck you to speedrunners. They're like, nope, you have to actually play BFL. You're not allowed to speedrun. Which is an interesting way to do it. I'm not mad at it, but it is surprising. Okay, so this character is like insanely hard to play, right? That's like her whole thing. Like, this does okay damage. Oh, was I supposed to ECB there? I thought I did 2 core breaks, but I guess I read something incorrectly. Okay, I know they want me to big nuke this guy. Let's get these 2 grouped up to recover from my previous mistake. Okay. She gets... I mean, it hurts. It hurts. But to use her 3,600 damage nuke, she needs 120 points of energy. That is way too much energy. Way too much energy. And who else is hitting for like 3,600? I mean, that's a good number, but is it really that insane? Like, if you count up all of Blue's hits, I'm sure it comes close to 3,600, just like the multiplier alone. She's at 200 each missile, and she can get up to 20 missiles, so she's at like 4,000 on her damage potential. Yeah, that's at 15 cost, not 120. So Blue is still like night and day better. But I like that design space that they're heading towards. That's a good design space for the A rank. Just kind of don't use her. She's like invisible, just sitting in the back, And then when you're in story or like you core break the boss in BFL, then you have this one really big nuke that you can drop. And that's a cool idea. I like that idea. It's kind of like what they tried to do with Echo. Echo is such a well-designed character. Where she... Where is it? I don't know where it is. Is it her crime brand? No, somewhere in her kit, Echo gets energy for not attacking things. Her whole idea is that she's supposed to sit in the background not doing anything and then nuke something when her ultimate's available. That's the kind of same vibe they're going with the new A rank. Hey, oh my god. I just got new glasses and it's hard for me to read chat, and I'm also struggling with everyone's names today on top of that. We had some non-English characters here. I don't want to say Russian characters because it's not all Russian, but I don't remember the name for the Russian script. But I'm going to call you Max because that's the best that I can read. Welcome, welcome. Okay, what are these notifications? I can spend more money. I can spend more money. I can buy my daily pack. And by buy, I mean grab my free daily pack. We got new mementos. Oh my god. Okay, these are some good mementos. Oh, this is one of my favorite arts in the entire game. It's a really nice one. I am just getting S0 and getting out. I am grabbing her for the collection, and then I'm saving for the anniversary. Wow, those are... Oh, this is a really good art too. Oh, these are some banger campaign arts. Really, truly. And the alternating... Oh, these are the alternating. Okay. And this is going to be the Synex events after... They want to avoid spoilers, and because the end of the event is not available for the next... until 2 days from now, they don't want to release any of the event arts until everybody can see those spoilers. So that's cool. Okay, we can buy the song, which you guys won't be able to hear because I've got a playlist running in the background instead of the in-game noise. Actually, let me go back to the event and drop all of my Xenorealm stuff. Buy all of that. Buy all of that. Spend the rest on that. Phantasm. We don't use these points, right? I have no idea if these get reused or not. But there's a little bit of discoins there. Kind of hard to decide if she's worth sinking resources in. Regardless, I already raised Synex to level 70, but still at phase 2. I mean, that's probably your best stopping point. The only reason to go to phase 3 is if you want the art. Man, I can't pull yet. I'm locked in the last place to get the event jail. It's gonna be available in like 3 minutes. Hopefully I just get her with like my tickets and I don't have to dip into my hypercubes and all. But you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Maybe I'm being a little bit greedy asking for her in 30 pulls. But you know, you do what you gotta do. I also haven't even started the new BFL season. I'm so far behind all the time. Let me go over to that new BFL season. Yeah, we got a whole new season with whole new rules, whole new stages. Haven't even looked at them yet. All true damage increases by 50%. After they deal true damage, the target takes 20% more damage to lead in battle. That's fair. That really lines up with both what Synex and Augustus are looking to do, so... And that's a crazy buff, by the way. That is super giga strong. Sometimes we get, like, BFL... Like, seasonal BFL buffs that are just, like, utterly broken. Sometimes they're kind of useless. Last season it was kind of useless. This season, that is absurd. That is insane. Compensation? We love compensation. Okay. Banner goes live in about a minute. Summon team type. Oh, what even is the whole gimmick of the Aurum team? Okay, so right now there is no gimmick. Right now the gimmick is that Hippolyta is bad. But really it's going to be very select few sinners are going to like play well with each other. There's going to be a character coming out like 2.5 months-ish called Hilda. And Hilda very specifically makes Aurum tech hit harder. So if you have Hilda, you're going to be hunting down for Aurum tech teammates so that Hilda can actually be useful. It's them like kind of saying like, hey, the burn team's used together. Hey, these Aurum tech people are going to be used together. Like, don't even think about it too much. That's just how it's going to work. We're putting like guardrails on everything. Okay, there's the banner. 110 pull. You think 110 pull's enough, chat? Think one's enough? I believe. Anzo is generous. The burn team definitely does need a revive, absolutely. I don't think they're too far away. I think they're like 1 or 2 good. Like 1 reforge or 1 character release away from being relevant again. Okay. Okay. A lot of B ranks. Oh. As I say something, the game's like, nuh-uh. See, there's 2 A ranks. See, not all B ranks. Okay, well, that's a start. You know, we didn't expect anything from that. It was literally the first 10 pull. Let's get this to a nice round 20 before we go any further. So we just spend 1 single ticket. Get to the nice round 20. Okay, okay. Get Alluvia. I don't think we've seen the new character yet, the A rank, Danny. Don't think we've seen her yet. Wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. Okay. Get all the B ranks out of the way. Oh. Min pool. That's the oh, that is the minest of the minest pools. That's a pity on the A rank even. Ooh. Ooh, you don't like to see that. Ooh, had to pity the A rank out. Ooh. Okay, well, now I've got to dip into my hypercubes. Alright, here we go. Come on, Synex, just come home so I can be done with this banner. And I can go back to saving for the anniversary. Synex, you're being kind of rude, not gonna lie. Now we got Thany, that's good. We'll take our 1 Thany. Alright, this is where it starts to get painful. We are now perfectly average, 1 in 50 if we get her here. But I have a feeling that Synex is going to be a below average kind of banner. Oh, that's painful. That is painful. Hey, we didn't pity this time. He was on the 9th pull, not the 10th. Oh, it's still painful. Okay. Synex, please end my suffering. Don't give me no off banner. Okay? Just end my suffering, thank you. Now if you want to give me an off banner, go ahead. I'm gonna skip this song. We're gonna skip this song for the reveal. Alright, do we have funds going into the anniversary, or are we poor bitches? Here's the moment of truth. Man, she is deep. Oh my god, she's at the very end of this 10 pull, ain't she? Okay. In and out, real quick. We take those. For a second, it sounded like Drea. I heard like distortion in her voice, and I was like, oh god, it gave me Drea. But hey, we'll take it. Hippolyta is now in danger, absolutely. Okay, that's good. We've got a lot of pulls going into the anniversary now. That could have been a lot worse. Took like 50-ish pulls to get her. I think I spent like 51 pulls at the end of the day. But we've got 150-ish pulls going into the anniversary. And then whatever is back here in the, oh, not the tires. Whatever is here in the exchange. So we've got a good amount of pulls going to the anniversary. It's pretty nice. Okay, we take those. Now we have to catch up the newbies. Synex first. And yes, I have infinite resources because I've been playing the game for 3 years. I'm sorry if you don't have infinite resources. Fusion. Not gonna lie, well, I probably don't have enough. I probably have enough to get Augustus. Not sure if I have enough for Hela. Hopefully I do. I'm in the same boat. Like, I have... Like, in the past, I've gotten really lucky on some of these banners. Like, I S5 Shalom in, like, 200 pulls. And I have 200 pulls. So, theoretically, I could S5 another limited with that same luck. But I've also had banners where it took me 160 pulls to get one copy. And I don't want to repeat that luck. So, we'll see how generous the anniversary is feeling. Okay, let's open these supply chests. Fusion these things together. And then I need to open more supply chests. Infuse those. And just like that, we have Synex. I like her voice actress. Really well done. It's not as rage-inducing as I thought it would be. It's a little elegant, but it is like very playful. I have to skip Synex for the Annie 2 broke. Yeah, absolutely. Like fair. Fair is the best way to say that. I don't want to look like a clown in front of a banner. Yeah. Oh, I feel that. Yeah. Like spend all of your resources trying to get Synex just to be left in the dust by Augustus. That would feel bad. So this enhances... Now it deals this amount of damage. So her basic attack is kind of useless. Oh, neat. I didn't realize it was AoE. I didn't realize her basic attack was... Oh, it's not AoE. She's saying that she can hit multiple tiles. She's not saying that she's hitting all 6 of those tiles, but like she can hit one of those 6. Okay. But her normal attack is kind of useless because her ultimate just overrides that. It's not increasing the damage by blank, it just straight up deals ultimate now. Okay, so you can ignore the basic attack if you want to. You're leveling Synex. Fusion, get some of these things up. Supply chests. Fusion, supply chests. I have the resources for it, but it takes so many button clicks. Fusion, supply chest. Supply chests. I was hoping that leveling this up would reduce the number of hits it takes from every 8 times to like every 6 times or something, but fair. That just increases the damage. Okay, let's open a ton of these. The only sinner who truly loves me in the game was Ying Ying, S3 with only 10,000 hypercubes. Oh, that's good. That's good fortune right there. The others kick hard again and again. Yeah. Yeah, Shen is the most recent one that was not kind to me. Okay, I think this is the biggest selling points of Synex. If you can pair her with Augustus or like other True Damage members, especially Kokolik, when Kokolik finally gets her reforge, then this fourth passive is going to make Synex shine because it's going to let her increase her allies' damage. And it's going to be a lot, like, what is it, 25% flat? Yeah. With this fully stacked, gee, I keep accidentally changing centers. With this fully stacked at 25 stacks, they're going to take 25% more damage from true damage sources, which is a good deal. Like, and Synex is actually really good at proccing Kokolek because Synex is hitting 3 times every swing, and she also gets attack speed. So she kind of has everything that Kokolek is looking for: people who hit multiple times and people who attack very fast. And then you have this idea that she makes Kokolek hit even harder through a different passive. And like, Synex is a Kokolek fan. She's basically a member of the Garden. But we'll see if Kokolek ever becomes good, Synex will be good. But, you know, we're waiting for a reforge from that one. We are definitely waiting on our reforge for that one. Yeah, Kokolek absolutely needs a reforge. She's like my number one, like, lookout for reforges right now. Her and Zoya are probably like my big 2 right now. Yeah, I'm sure that Synex does work with Augustus, because I mean, like, at the very least, if you have this 4th skill maxed out, at the very least she's making Augustus hit 25% harder. At the very least. That's not to say that's all she can do, but like, she's doing something, right? Not every sinner can say that they're doing something. So that's actually a pretty big deal. Okay, you don't need to level the auto attack. The auto attack is just the auto attack. It does not include the ult. Like, if you're just only using the ultimate, then the auto attack doesn't matter. So you don't have to level this. It doesn't matter. I'm leveling it because I have infinite resources, but... Fusion, these, supply chest, give me 24 of these things. Open that. And then I need 36 more. Hopefully I did my math right. Quick math. Hello, game? Oh. Yeah, hit with a connection error. That wasn't me, that was the server. At least I hope it wasn't me. If it was me, the stream dropped. Okay, forge those. Supply chest these. Level up. Fusion these. Supply chest 3 of these. Level up and level up. And then we can finish this off by going to her crime brand and activating her exclusive crime brand. That's actually really good damage on exclusive crime brand. 1,000 damage. I'm assuming it's true damage. Yeah, true damage, 1,000. That's actually really good. Does it break cores? No, but it stuns them. And they get inflicted with the mark that she uses to start doing stuff. Oh! If the bearer of the rift mark has a defense or magic resistance of A or higher, the damage doubles. Okay, that's not the most important. It helps her keep up with boss targets a little bit better. They're saying this is a way for them to, like, give Synex boss damage without making her wave clear, like, too insane. So it's not the most useful thing, but it is an interesting design space for them to occupy to try and balance a center. I like it. But this is actually a lot of damage. 1,000 true damage is nothing to scoff at. And if you're looking to, like, play Synex all the time, then it's something to consider. Because if we look at somebody like Yao, Yao is kind of known for exploding things with her ECB. It's 1,000% magic damage. And, like, this hits like a truck. Like this nukes an entire board. And that's at... You also have to keep in mind that Yao's stealing a ton of attacks, so that modifier is going to be really high. She's stealing 60% attack from somebody else. So it's... Let's call it 1,000 attack. Roughly. So 1,000 times 1,000. And then if we look at the new Synex, you have her ECB3, you're looking at 562 times 1,000. So... But it's also true damage. So, call it roughly, she roughly hits as hard as a Yao ECB does, which is a really good amount. That's really solid. Isn't currently the only possible issue with Augustus the lack of good matching crime brand? Rising Wind would have been good on her if it buffed any damage and not just physical. Yeah, she's going to have some crime brand issues, but that's not going to last for too long. So when she first releases, you're going to be looking at like Bell Tower and Embrace the Dead. But there's a Tide of Ashes coming out that has a very specific true damage crime brand. And it's like true damage does more damage. It's literally built for Augustus. So we're not going to be in too big of a Augustus crime brand drought. So that's going to be quickly cured. Speaking of which, this character doesn't get many crime brands either. So, rough. I'm not sure how effective she's going to be in BFL unless I get her ECB3. And I'm not confident enough to get her ECB3. So, her BFL performance might suffer a bit. Okay, let's also go to the A rank. Bonnie over here. She's got her first Shackle, which is good because now when we get rid of Shackle 2 from the event, she will be able to do 2 core damage when that happens. But for now, let's just go ahead and raise her. Bonnie's definitely interesting. I don't think she's going to be very successful though because they put a lot of SP guardrails on her. So, I mean, she's an A rank. A ranks are kind of expected to not be able to keep up. But I think she had a lot of potential. But giving her ultimate a 40 SP cost was definitely a choice. I don't know why it's that high. And like, I guess the idea is that she's supposed to be able to like get energy from using Chief Atestas. But even then, like, she's not getting much. Not when her ult is a 40 cost. Like, that's insane. But the rest of her kit's really nice, actually. It's just the fact that it's a 40 cost, and Node is going to be able to keep up with that as a primary option. Can I fusion these? Absolutely can. And, oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Can I fusion these? Oh, yeah. Let me supply chest. And we fusion these. And there we go. It's the A rank. She's got that like whiny kid voice. She kind of like whines at you a little bit as she talks. Kind of like Oliver. Oliver like whines. Thani definitely whines too.
Hey, it's me. I know we haven't spoken in a while and things have...
Okay, this sounds like a weird song. I'm not... Is the music level okay with you guys? Is the music like loud? Is it soft? Like how's the music sounding? But this song is from Beyond Discars. This is an OO song, despite somebody like talking all monotonely.
Stay by my side.
Ooh, this song has a good ending. I like this change. That was a good switch up. Audio sounds good? Okay, cool. I will keep it where it's at then. If you guys need it to be changed, it's easy for me to do, but it's hard for me to tell what it sounds like for you guys. Good, 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 good. Okay, we're just gonna leave Thani there. Get her ECB real quick. Or maybe not. Depot. Consumables. How am I out of A ranks? Excuse me? Oh, it's gonna be a while before I can get an A rank crime brand. I've got I've got the battle pass one, and then I've got the monthly reset for the next A rank they release. So I'll be able to get both of them when November comes around. Like Thani and the new A rank that's coming out. But rough to not be able to get her exclusive crime brand yet. But I'll get 5 here, and I'll get 5 here. And also, if I just take the time, I'm behind. If I take the time to grind Eternal Nightmare, I think that's where the rest of the stuff is hiding. No, not there, not there, but here, yeah. Yeah, I've got 6 more waiting in the Eternal Nightmare whenever I get around to doing that. I barely hear it. Okay. Well, if it's a problem, again, let me know. I can fix it, kind of. I can adjust it. It's not going to be perfect because, like, the second I turn it up, somebody's going to turn it down, and the second I turn it down, somebody's going to turn it up. But I want to make sure it's at least audible so that we have some background music. Okay, let's take our new and improved Synex out for a test spin. She works everywhere because she's true damage, so let's just go ahead and slap her on the field. I don't think we have any... Like, none of this helps Synex, right? Like, she doesn't do magic damage, she doesn't deal skill damage. She's not Yao, Voltaire, Blue 11, or Eddie. So none of that helps her. I guess we can give her more attack, but that's not really going to do anything. True damage characters don't benefit from attack as much as everybody else because everybody else needs to hit over defense. And true damage characters don't care about defense. So it's not the best in the world for her. And also, like, why would I take this for Fury Centers when I can get, like, Millies? Millies is so ridiculously strong, it's insane. It's also, like, Stargazer for Reforged 11 fans. And also none of... Oh, wait, this helps Synex. Okay, so I could go a little heavy on Synex and then just run, like, a Pocket 11 to help her out. Let's try to make a Synex with a Pocket 11 work. This is not going to end well. Okay, so real quick, what is a team comp with 11 or with Synex look like? So we're definitely putting Synex on the board. She works with true damage characters. The only other true damage we have is Kokalik, which Kokalik's not doing the best right now. But let's go ahead and take Kokalik out for a test drive. Lady Pearl is good for these auto attack based characters. Could also go with like Matilda for core breaking, but I don't think they changed up how the magic resistance and physical resistance works in this, and I don't even think you can core break them if you're using physical damage for core breaking. So I don't think that makes too much sense. But you know what, we're going to try it anyways. We're definitely going to bring 11 because we have 11 buffs, and then we also really have to worry about core breaking concerns because we have like nothing in terms of core breaking. We have like just 11. So who's going to break all of our cores for this stage? We need to break like 1 billion cores, I'm sure. Any magic damage character that can break a ton of cores. You've got like physical options like Zero. You can just slap her on a team, like that solves all your core breaking problems. I don't think we have that for magic though. I mean, I guess blue is the closest thing. So what, I just take 11 off and I go blue LL? It's like my standalone magic battery. And then I go into my buffs and change it from 11 onto blue. It's a rough team comp, that's for sure. Bad buffs? Oh yeah, definitely bad buffs. Hello, got my Synex stick day. No regrets, waiting for Coco Reforge. I think this one is tended for Arcane Crit. Congrats on getting yours. Yeah, this stage is definitely not meant for Synex, but hey, we're going to try it anyways. I mean, the seasonal buff is really strong, so at least we have that going for us. But, you know, I don't have the... I'm not expecting a lot out of this. Let's just say that. And our crime brands are definitely going to be suboptimal, to say the least. Am I running like the old school, like Illusory Moon plus Corridor Echo? Because like she can't crit, I'm not running Ying Ying. And I can't really run Bell Tower because that's on Synex. I think this is the best that we've got for now to like try and min-max Synex at least. It's not going to go well, but we can try it. We're going to have to abandon this school of thought very quickly, I think. But we're going to try it, all right? We're going to give it our best shot. Again, I'm not expecting a lot out of this. If this works, I will be surprised. Synex can crit, though? I guess that's true. Oh, do I want to try and go like a crit Synex build? What do I have to run? I'd have to run like Yugo Jelena so that she's actually doing damage. I'd never bring healing to BFL unless I like have to. Besides, we have Kokolek, she heals. Okay, so let's think about that crit route, because that's a good school of thought to test out. Synex crit. And this is going to be Synex, obviously. We're going to need Jelena for the damage. We bring Yugo, because Yugo gives the crit chance. I think we actually bring Owo, because... Owo, right? Like, Owo gives a lot of... like, a ton of crit chance. Okay, and then who else would work in this like full crit setup we've got going on? We still need some core breaking. I don't know, it gets rough. And I could run like Infer. Oh man, there's just not many good options. If it was the physical team, then I can just run OO and call it a day and have all my core breaking needs met. But like, this is a magic team. The options are not very good. I mean, we'll play around with crit Synex when we get around to a physical boss. But for now, let's just try this. It's a good thought though. The Kate works properly. Yeah, maybe. Let's try this for now. We're on the easy boss. We shouldn't have a problem. If we have problems at this difficulty, then we're screwed. Oh, I do not know the mechanics. Am I supposed to step on these? Am I not supposed to step on these? I couldn't tell you. Looks like I'm not supposed to step on them. Let's read the boss real quick, because I died to a level 1 boss from not knowing the mechanics at all. Those 3 seeds in random grids. When sinners pick them up, the seeds lash onto them, causing continuous HP loss while increasing their crit rate and crit damage. Okay, I see why you were talking about arcane crit for a while. Wow. Wow. That's an effect, all right. Interesting. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore the mechanics for the first difficulty or two, just to brute force it. Get rid of that guy, and then give energy over here. I gave Kokolek flour to the wrong person. Should have given it to Matilda or to Lady Pearl, but oh well. Yeah. They've changed how that interaction works. I can't even core break the boss with this team because Lady Pearl doesn't count for core breaking at all. On the good news, we're doing true damage, so we're just like bulldozing the boss. Now I can just click this and finish the stage. Just run around with true damage and pretend like I'm doing something. And when that ult wears off, you do nothing. Okay, that was kind of disgusting, I'll be honest. Boss explodes the huge flowers. Okay, so you have to pick them up, you just have to accept that you're losing HP. Yeah, it's fun. Not my favorite boss, but... Okay, so how am I core breaking on this setup? I have to lose her at the very least. And then I'm running Infer for core breaking. And this will give me a chance at core breaking the boss if I save the energy for it. Still not exactly fun. Try and set that up. Please don't kill Kokolek. He didn't do anything to you. Oh man, the damage from the stage is not fun either. Oof. 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 Okay, yeah. Something's gotta change. I mean, I know what the problem is. The problem is I'm trying to make Synex work. That's the ugly truth of the matter. Yeah, I've got to put Shin on the team, but then, like, who do I lose? I mean, I lose Lady Pearl. But then, like, Synex is doing less. Just, it feels bad. Every option feels bad. Okay. Did I, like, miss a flower or something? Like, what happened there? I had Shin and then I took more damage? So I have to run Koglik away to heal her or something. Probably have to run depth of restricted access on somebody to stay alive. Not a fun option, but it's an option. That's so much damage. Holy fuck, man.
Hey,
Blue, get up there and tank.
it's me. I know we haven't spoken in a while and things have been weird. But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? Oh, darling, I just wanted to let you know that I miss you.
Oh, she can't be moved either? Wow. Okay, we've got something rolling now. We core break the boss for only for it to already be dead. Okay, that was only difficulty 2. But hey, Synex actually did damage. It's not very good. It's not cozy in the slightest. Like very, very scary. But she did actually do damage. And if this like half-baked team is doing something, then I imagine she'll actually be able to keep up, at least for this season. I mean, okay, keep in mind that when we're looking at this, Synex is doing 50% more damage and they're taking another 20% more damage, so she's doing like... Let's round up and say that Synex is doing double damage. Okay, let's just keep that in mind, right? Rounding, Synex is doing double damage. So just keep that in mind when you're seeing these results. It's not very high. Okay, so definitely need something to change, and I think the answer is having Shen tank. And what that'll let me do is that I can go over to Shen, and I can run very specific crime brands to keep Shen alive. Ones that I no longer have saved. Okay, so we need depth of restricted access. And then we're going to get away with immolation and maw. Wherever those options are. Immolation, maw. That's going to be our set. And this way we can put Shen up front and she can tank everything for us. Just need to get her damage up from 360k to 3 million. Good luck. Thank you. I'm really gonna need it. But hey, you're inspiring a lot of confidence there. I really tested her out. Going to see if S1 makes a difference. Yeah, I honestly haven't looked at S1 just because, like, I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to get it. Additionally, heals HP, Riftmark lasts the entire battle. It's nice that Riftmark can last for the entire battle. It goes from 6 seconds to the entire battle. That's nice. But at the same time, who cares? And this is just healing. Like, this is a much more casual shackle than it is like a BFL one. Okay, so God, this setup doesn't make any sense, but we're trying it. Clap those two. This is ugly. Okay, and her clap does have a cooldown. It's not the worst cooldown in the world. That's AoE damage. Oh, I need to collect all these flowers. Oh boy, they just keep on coming. Are you going to reveal your cores anytime soon? I'm not going to lie and say that I'm desperately waiting for you to reveal your cores so I can fight back. Hey, speaking of desperately wanting cores to be revealed so I can fight back. Okay, and Synex doesn't need the energy, so we just give it all to blue. That is the good thing about Synex, is that she doesn't need energy. That being said, knowing that... Oh, I didn't move her, I used the EC... I wanted to use the move her and then use the ECB, but I misclicked. Man, that damage is non-existent. Wow. Wow. That is rough. I mean, keep in mind, again, she's doing roughly double the amount of damage she would normally do. Roughly. Oh, wow. Whoa. This is also a terrible map for her. Like, absolutely dog shit awful map. So maybe if I wait for tomorrow and do that map, she'll have better results. But on this, I'm not really impressed. I want to ask, who do you think would be more beneficial for a new player, S3 Augustus or S1 Augustus and X1 Hella? I would just go all in on Augustus if you're brand new. Hella's really good and she has really explosive heights. But to get those explosive heights, you do need a really well-built, defined roster. I could see... But both options work. Both options work. Because Hella does bring some ease to core breaking if you set her up right. It's just know that Hella's like a really complicated character, and it requires you to big brain a lot. And with Augustus, you're just like smashing your face against the keyboard. Keep her marked permanent at S0, you need her to be in her old state, plus give her 10% attack speed or inversion slash. That sounds horrendous. Why would I ever want to run 10% attack speed or inversion slash on her? Like, she doesn't do any damage. So, how am I supposed to... Oh, that sounds awful. I mean, I'm sure you can keep it up with animation canceling, but if you're going out of your way to animation cancel, then like it's way too much work for like how little reward you're getting. Actually, I can't say that. What if her animation canceling is insane? What if like you're a god at animation canceling and you animation cancel, she does like 1 billion damage? What if that's the answer? I don't think that's the answer. But what if? Even if that was the answer, there's no way. Like how chaotic this stage is, there's spawns in every corner. There's no way that I'm going to be able to pull it off in a BFL setting. At least not when I'm this unfamiliar with the character. But let's take like how rough that Synex performance was. And keep in mind my BFL buffs were kind of awful for this setting. Let's take all of that and then just throw it into Arcane Crit. Or throw it into Reforged 11 and see like a night and day difference real quick. Like, how much of a difference is it between Synex and like an actual real dedicated team? Probably insane. What, we run Kate for the last slot? How does Hella even function the Umbra core team? Like a support, or does she take Zero's place? So the way Hella would function is that she kind of functions like Graves, except for Graves is like a supportive piece. Hella is like, hey, if you break all the cores, I'll murder everything. Like, Zero or Bai Yi is going to break every core on the map, and even though they're doing all the work, Hella's going to do all the damage. So she's like the, I don't know, like the Drea of Umbra core. She's the one who's doing all the damage. She doesn't really need Umbra core. I mean, she works with Umbra core, don't get me wrong, But you really just need somebody who can break a lot of cores. And that's like Zero and Bai, who, you know, they're on the Umbra core team, but that isn't... She doesn't have to run with the full Umbra core team. She just needs people who can break a ton of cores. Okay, so how big of a difference is it if I just run this instead of Synex? Like, how bad is Synex? Surely not that bad, right, guys? Right? Surely it's not the most atrocious thing we've ever seen. How was Eve already like half dead? Any explainers? I don't want to fuck with that guy. Go ahead and break this core and let him walk in. Let's block him there. Now we're just waiting for the core break. And with this team, we actually have core breaking, unlike the last team. So it's going to be night and day difference just from that alone. Oh, I didn't pick up the flowers. Oh, holy shit, that hurt. I casted my ECP wrong. I got really flustered really fast when those flowers exploded. I actually need to reposition 2 of my hands because they're not doing anything. Let me actually cast those real quick. Yeah, see, I can play the stage like absolute dog shit. And Reforged 11 just destroys the stage. Or I'm like trying my ass off with Synex and her seasonal buff. And it's going very, 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 very poorly. Lstream is back! Hell yeah, buddy. We are back. We are back in business. And you change your name like all the time, don't you? It was something Tears, then it was Silver Tears, now it's Silver something else. I'm gonna have to like put a note next to your profile so I can keep up. There's always Nightmare Revelation you can put on somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, Nightmare Revelation would allow her to keep up her true markup, I think. I'm assuming it's enough attack speed. That's still rough. I hope not. I'm going to use 80 pulls for a banner no matter what. Mirroring audio still Fubard? Yeah, for now it's Fubard. I haven't played around with it too much. I've been busy lately, as you can tell from the lack of streams. Okay, let's try that again, but this time, like, I actually try to push, like, a 270 score. See if we can hit 270. I'm sure we can, we just gotta learn this fight. Like, I forgot about the flowers. If I remember things like flowers, then we can really get this score higher. Okay, core break there. Sure, core breaking this guy's the right call. I am worried about this guy. I probably should have waited on the core. Oh, wait, oh no, I wait here. Okay. Get her the fuck out of the way. I didn't... Okay, he just died. Too much for core breaking him, he just explodes. And I never casted Millie. Whoops. That's a big error. Okay, flowers, 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 flowers. I can't move, I can't move, I can't move. Flowers, 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 flowers. How am I supposed to collect these flowers when I can't move? I'm sure if I read the boss's abilities that I'd understand this a little bit better, but for right now, I'm just kind of... Yikes, I lost Nightmare, and because of that, I lost the stage. Silver is fine. IDKY YouTube changed my name to my at. It should still be Silver Tears. That's fair. YouTube is always changing shit. If you really want her, go for it. At the end of the day, always waifu over meta. Yes, I agree. We have a whole waifu over meta team, and it features, it features some meta, right? We've got like Shalom and 11 and Stargazer on here, Millie, Raven, Bilgia, Shin. Like those are meta options. But we've also got like Angel Core and Rahu, Hypatia. I mean, nobody's ever saying that Hypatia is meta. That's for sure. But yeah, that's the waifu over meta team. If you see me using that team, we're having fun. Okay, let's try this without fucking up. Can we do that? Can we clear the stage without fucking up? Probably a little harder than it sounds. Get Eve the fuck out of there. I wait for this core in the corner. We move you back up here. Oh, grab these flowers while we can, because that's a mechanic. We activate Shin while we remember. Of course, we melee ult at the start of the fight, right, guys? That's the first thing you got to do when you're playing melee. So obviously that's what we did. Okay. I actually need to hit this before his core broke, before he reveals his cores, which is a little awkward.
Hey, it's me. I know we haven't spoken in a while and things have been weird. But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? Oh, darling.
You guys don't hear it, but I'm hearing the thank you for tuning in over and over and over again.
Stay by my side.
And of course, we have to use the Eve ult, right? We remember to use Eve ECV, and that's how you hit 270k, yeah. You remember to click all of your buttons when you're supposed to click them. Okay, so like the score could have been easily 8,000 higher if we clicked all of our buttons. But we forgot to click all of our buttons. All right, Elle, once again, I'm at work, so I'll be listening. Toodles. All right, catch you later, Silver. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so the verdict on Synex, awful, atrocious. One of the worst characters I've had the displeasure of using in a BFL stage, specifically BFL stage. Right, I'm not gonna judge her for the other stages yet, but specifically for BFL, when she's doing somewhere between 70 and 100% more damage, she's awful. Even with double damage, she's the greatest. And now we're just doing this stage, because I really do think I can hit 270 on this stage. Oh, we got a Millie. I forgot to Millie again. Here I go forgetting stuff. Come on in the corner. I know you want to come out. Come on in the corner. Okay, so I have to pick up the flowers before that guy in the corner even spawns. Did I like accidentally kill the guy? Oh, the guy in the corner is waiting for me to kill the frog, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Okay, that's good to know. That's good info. Oh, I feared him. And now he's not going to walk into range. I also forgot to click the Eve buttons again. Terrible showing for me. Terrible play. I played terribly. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn my screen black for just a second. Just a second. Okay, putting you guys back on the screen now. Started having local recording done. So I'm not just streaming, but I'm also recording locally to my laptop now. But I can upload this to YouTube at some point too. Or upload this as like a separate video for when I make videos for this season of BFL. Don't work too hard. Aren't some characters just bad at certain content but shine in others? Yeah, that's true. I mean, that was true of Pilgia. Like, Pilgia was soloing ROTD stages, and she was not doing that in BFL. But I don't know. Shalom's still worth it? I would say yes. Shalom's still like a good power. She's still like a great character. She's not going to keep up with any of the dedicated teams. That's probably Shalom's like worst aspect, is that she doesn't have a home on any dedicated team. So it's kind of hard to squeeze her in if you have like dedicated options. But as far as like standalone pieces go, Shalom's still one of the best standalone pieces, yes. But just don't expect her to like compete with like a burn team or a weak spot or something else, because just even the weaker dedicated teams, she will struggle to keep up with them. Actually, I'd say that she's about as strong as the burn team is. Like a full like solo carry Shalom, it's about as good as the burn team. So take that as you will. Oh, I forgot to show buffs. If I'm doing the YouTube recording, then I have to show these buffs. Okay. This out, that out. Hand in the corner. Hand this guy. I do have to hand the frog. Then this guy spawns and I hand him. Move Eve to a safe location. Wait for all of these guys to explode. Remember to use melee. Okay. Move 11 to a more aggressive point. Hits the corners. Move that to a better spot. Should have placed it one further up, but you know, you do what you gotta do. I'm going to go ahead and drop another bomb back here to make sure he dies. Activate Shen. Get ready for the core break phase. We're about to consume all of our hands on the map. As soon as this guy decides to reveal his cores, there it is. Okay, and then we use that ECB, we change, we use that, we hit the boss with one of these. We forget to pick up the flowers at any point throughout the entire fight, because we're small-brained and we can't think very hard. Okay, that's a 270, right? $265. Wow. No, we're close. It's got to be like a really late core reveal if I'm only getting 265 with that performance, because that felt like a really strong performance. Makes me wonder if I can just blitz the boss down sooner. But as a team member that can't do in-game content, Shalom is a skip. As a team member that can do in-game content, Shalom is a skip. So like Shalom standalone good if you have dedicated teams. If you have like the Reforged summon team, if you have Arcane Crit, then you already have options that are stronger than Shalom, and you can ignore Shalom. But if you want to use Shalom still, she's she's still okay. Like she's still good enough to be used, but she's not going to keep up with dedicated teams. So like, yeah, if you already have Arcane Crit or something like that, like, yeah, you can skip Shalom. Okay, so let's try to rush in earlier. We waited for the cores, and we actually defeated the boss like really quickly after the core reveal. But we still only hit 265k, and that tells me that this is a really late core reveal, and that if we want to get higher scores, we're gonna have to blitz the boss down before the cores are revealed, which we can do on this team. I'm still not yellow on 11, which is the only thing I'm waiting for now. Okay, 11's yellow. We can go all in on the hands. Okay, that had to be a little faster. I'm not sure how much faster, but a little faster. Nope, that was the exact same speed, actually. 265, 596, the exact same speed. Okay, a little confused by that, because I cast the 11 much earlier. I should have had more damage in theory. We're almost out of attempts here, so we're going to have to hit that 270k on a different day. Which is fine. I was just thinking I'm supposed to be doing Synex testing right now, and I got too distracted by BFL. It's just that Synex is not usable on this stage, unfortunately. Forgot to block this guy in the corner. Bad for me. Because now he doesn't die to this setup. I also didn't pick up the flowers. Maybe I should be waiting for the flowers. Okay, let's try that again. I can definitely scrounge some more score out of this. Okay, flowers, 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 flowers. Looking for flowers. No flowers available yet. Still looking for flowers. There's one flower. There's two flowers. There's three flowers. Shin. in for 11 ECB. Go to the corner so I can hit my fear procs. Use Millie to clear the back row. Wait for this guy so I can wail on him. Cores are about to reveal. That's an easy break for us, though. Ah, I didn't break with Infer because 11 broke a core. Unfortunate timing for me. Not good enough. It's close. That's real close. That's real close. Not good enough, though. I messed up when Infer didn't get the core break. Okay, flowers, 1, 2, 3. Stuff Infer in or 11 in the corner. Infer buff. In buff. 11 ECB. Get the Eve ECB coming out. Wail on this guy. Wait for the second guy. There we go. Hit this guy. Be mindful of me breaking the boss. Okay, wait a fraction of a second. 1, 2, 3. DPS again. Okay, and that's like the highest score that we're going to get today. Let me 267. It's better. It's not the best. Okay, but that's the best we're going to reach today. Okay, let me catch up on chat. A lot on chat still. You don't have Shalom yet, get her, then do her interrogation. Quite important, so she's worth it. Yeah, for story reasons, Shalom is very important. Just get 11. Can she replace Yingying? Kind of. Go check my channel. There's a Reforged Summons guide. It's like my most recently uploaded video. Check that for all information related to 11. There's also, on that video, there's a link to like Yingying specifically. That's an older video, but most of the information still holds true about Yingying. But check out my most recently uploaded video, the Reforged Summons. Quick question, while I have a second, did you finally catch up in main story? Yes, I am caught up on the main story. And we finished Orate Regale. It was beautiful seeing Catherine in her full glory. Bye-bye, have a good stream. All right, catch you later, wine and cheese. My lurking ass just got my lady Synex with 2 10 pull. I'm happy. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it took me 5 10 pulls to get her. So not the worst in the world, like actually perfectly average. But I also won the 50-50, so it, you know, it could be worse. Could have been worse. I was statistically average in my pulls, which, you know, doesn't feel the greatest, but I can't complain because it's statistically average. Okay. That boss, my thoughts on that stage. That boss is annoying as hell. The fact that there's so much damage on the stage and like there's random purple flowers that you have to play around is really annoying and not like a fun mechanic. It's very anti-fun. And then you have the fact that enemies are spawning in every corner, which if you're using Reforged 11, like 11 can very easily deal with the fact that there's like 10 enemies in 11 different corners. But if you're using like any normal team, like even if you're using Arcane Crit, it can be very difficult to keep up with all of the spawns And like very specifically in Arcane Crit, the way the boss was laid out on the stage. Let me go back to the stage. The boss is only covering these middle 3 tiles, but enemies are spawning on this bottom row and this top row. So Arcane Crit, if they want to overlap the waves and the boss, they have to wait for this top wave to overlap, and they can't wait. Like there's zero way they can wait for this bottom wave to overlap, and there's zero way they can wait for this top corner to overlap. So you're missing out on a lot of overlap easy damage if you're using Arcane Crit or some other like low AoE option. But if you're using like Reforged 11, she doesn't give a shit. She's going to clear the stage anyways because she's a brute force powerhouse. Like most teams are really going to struggle with like how widely varied these enemy spawns are, because they really are spawning in every corner of the map. It's really annoying. And the boss herself is really annoying with her mechanic. And the elites here randomly have 3 cores, which is just like a really high amount that most teams are going to struggle with, unless you're just defeating them without breaking the cores, which is an option. But I don't know, man. This is not a comfy stage. This is an annoying one. And I don't really know what the HP numbers feel like because I just brute forced it with Reforged 11. But I'm sure the HP numbers aren't feeling all that good either. I'm sure like Wisteria Wrath has a ton of HP that's difficult for a averagely invested team to take down reasonably. So rough stage, definitely a rough stage. Sometimes the rough stages are fun. Sometimes they're just annoying, and this one definitely falls in the annoying category. So, not a big fan of Wisteria Wrath. That's my review on Wisteria Wrath. Oh, we get Hyper Beast this season? Oh, Hyper Beasts are so much fun. If you kill them at the same time. If you don't kill them at the same time, then they're really annoying because you don't have an ESP and or you're frozen. But it can be fun. It can be fun. Okay, so Synex did not pan out for BFL. What about something like ROTD? She any good in ROTD? Trying to think of like these stages. Like none of these stages are really going to be that big of a favor to her. Like you want to just let's try another boss rush game mode. The number is odd. Well, there's an odd number of sinners in the cross area around. So I need 2 people. No, I need 1 person standing next to. I'm not sure if she counts as the cross area around or not. I'll do some testing. But let's see if we can get like an actual Synex team back on board. Synex Crit? Do we do the Synex Crit memes? Okay, let's just do full on Synex Crit. See if we can brute force Synex to be useful. Synex, welcome to the crit world. Where's my crit chance crime brand set? You guys don't hear it because I'm just playing music in the background, not the in-game audio. But Parallel Lines is playing right now, and Parallel Lines is a fucking banger. I can't find my crime set. Max crit chance is the second crime branch set. Yugo has a standard crime brand set. There it is. Next up is Owo. I'm just going to give you energy because that's easy brainless thing to put on you. Board breaking makes sense. Curtains Call makes sense. Even though you're both running Maul, which isn't even allowed. So what can I put in your slot 3? Quarter Echo, sure. Okay, so brute force a Synex crit team. Oh, I can't because they've gone to battle. Oh, that's easy to solve. Clear. 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 Even odd. Okay, time to sleep. Thank you for streaming by. Catch you later, Odemir. I think I only ever lost 50-50 once in Past Nowhere, unlike the other gacha games, which have it almost all the time. Dude, that's insane luck. Started playing a year ago, then I stopped in a week. I came back this week, and I think my team is horrible. Your team probably is horrible. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Your team is probably horrible. But if you want a strong team, anniversary in 2 weeks from today, ignore the current center, go for the 1 in 2 weeks, and that center will carry you very, very hard. You're looking for Augustus. If you're a new or returning player, Augustus, 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 Augustus. I can't say it in enough ways, get Augustus. If you're new or returning. Oh, I set this up. That'll work. Alright, let's try this horrible setup. Okay, that's some damage. I honestly can't tell if her ult's on or not. Get some animation canceling in there. Seeing triple crits like crazy. Hey, that's actually good damage. I mean, this is a meme team. Don't take this to heart. One thing I struggle with is telling if she's in her ultimate or not. It's not very clear to me yet. Right now I don't think she's in it, but she probably is. Okay, back to the full crit. And then we'll animation cancel too. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Big spike. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just clap that away. Okay. I've seen better. Oh, well, can you please cast? Oh, well. Oh, well, is there something I'm not... Moved you out of the hand prison, but you were still imprisoned, I guess. Okay, let's free Jelena real quick. So that Jelena can buff. Again, this is a meme team. Don't use this. I don't know, man. Synex is just... Okay. Let's take the meme team away. And let's just have Synex. And let's give Synex, I don't know, inversion slash. Alright, so we have inversion slash, and let's just pair her up with like other generic hitters. Like Nox. Nox is very generic. Shalom in the background. Single target Shalom. Throw a Corn in there. And let's round it out with like Shin and Pilgio. Like surely this team works, right? In battle, Crime Brands for Nox. Let's just go with an energy set. Energy set's good on Nox. Shalom. Shalom must be real boring and give you the new magic penetration set. A really boring way to use Shalom, but it'll work. Corrin's gonna want same crime brand that I gave to Synex, but we'll just put Embrace the Dud on her. And then those two crime brands are easy. Okay. Let me catch up on chat again. I'm looking at her right now, but Thani, Shackle 2 and 4 are really special to say the least. Yes, I was noting that when we first pulled her for doing her her trial stage. And yeah, it's weird that they locked core breaking behind a shackle. That's the first time they've done that. Usually it's like, hey, level them up to 40 and then you can get this really cool feature where they break an extra core. I don't think they've ever hidden core breaking behind a shackle. That's a choice. And then her Shackle 4 is interesting because usually they just say, here's your energy at the start of the level. But for Thani, they're specifically saying like, hey, deep into the stage, you're not going to speedrun with Thani, but here's some energy all the same. So I'm not really sure how I feel about it. To be fair, Burn Team is in a pretty terrible state. They are in the same state as Bleed before Jasmine was released. That's true. Lack of damage, lack of core break, wave clear, whack without Hella. Yeah, I mean, Yao can wave clear really well twice, but you only have like two buns. And Yao, after eating other team members nowadays, she doesn't have the damage capabilities to kill the boss at S0 doesn't help. Yeah, it's really weird that like Yao was. I'm gonna pull up a video. I'm changing my setup behind the scenes. This is one of my most popular videos from before doing voiced stuff. Okay, so this is pre-voiced channel when the channel was much smaller. Like much smaller. Show all. And then we have, yes. Oh, I have to move so much stuff around to get this to work. Okay, let me pause the music. Oh, this is so scuffed. It's not scuffed. I'm just making it harder on myself than I need it to be. Okay, and I'm going to hide this. Then I'm going to share this. Okay, so this is my video from way back when. And this has like 500 views. But this is when like Yao was first released. And this is a crime brandless Yao hitting 267k. And she's just like deleting everything. This is what Yao used to do. No crime brands on Yao. ECB level 70. Just a level 70 Yao tanking the boss. Got a lot of support pieces in play.
The smoke has risen. The smoke has risen.
Yao has done nothing so far.
Quiet.
The boss is still at max HP if you ignore the 30% he was missing at the start from the that old weekly that we used to have. And the second the boss revealed his cores, that's what we're waiting for. We're just waiting around for the core break. Watch this boss's HP bar just melt.
Face your fear. Burn to ash to face your fear. Solar fire.
That's one ult did like a third of that boss's HP. 2 ECBs, another third. One more ult, another third. Just, the boss's cores are revealed. Like, when did the boss reveal its cores? At 2:07 on the in-game clock. Okay, I'm going to move my mouse out of the way. On the in-game clock in the top left, 2:07 the boss cores are revealed. And then the boss is dead. The boss is dead at 2:03. It went to 2:02, but the boss died at 2:03. Yeah, right there, the boss is dead. 2:03 on the clock. So he revealed his cores at 2:07, and he's dead at 2:03. That's what crime brandless Yao used to do. Yao with no crime brands would kill a BFL boss in 4 seconds. Yao does not do that anymore. They really pumped up the HP numbers on these BFL bosses to keep up with like the dedicated teams. So Yao used to just brute force anything and everything. But she doesn't do that anymore, right? Like, Yao is not out there instantly clearing BFL stages. It just doesn't happen. And Shalom's kind of in the same boat. Like, Shalom's had impressive performances over the years. I've hit like a 280k with her before. Like, solo DPS Shalom. But I don't think solo DPS Shalom could do it in current day. Let me see if I can find that video. I like that video too. Shalom, find all videos. And this clear was honestly just ridiculous. That's what I'm about to show. Display capped. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Shalom with minus 30 energy and minus 30% HP to Julian. And this is on Julian. This was like the hardest BFL boss at the time. And Shalom just like fucking pile drives him to death. Do the instant core break because you had to do that against Julian. Otherwise you were just kind of fucked. And then Shalom's just collecting all the energy and she's going to spam her ult like 7 times in 5 seconds. And that's going to clear the entire stage. Boss's cores aren't even revealed yet. And Shalom is nuking the entire board, including the boss.
Quiet.
I remember this clear very clearly. There was at one point where like I kind of froze because right there, because every other time I had cleared it, I didn't have enough energy to cast the LL ult. And this time I did it so quickly that I had the energy to cast the LL ult. And it just caught me off guard that I was going so fast this one time. But yeah, that's what Shalom used to do. She used to just cast her ult like a billion times and like the stage would be cleared without you really noticing it. You hit 281k without a dedicated team, you're just using like generic good stuff. And Shalom was just so good that she just did 86% of the damage and defeated the BFL boss in 15 seconds. But I don't know, they've really bumped the numbers up on these BFL bosses and you can't do that anymore. Last video I want to show, just like show you guys how ridiculous BFL bosses have become. Let me show you a video from when Raven was first released. This is Release Raven. And this is old school BFL. This is like season 2 of BFL. And you can see it in the top left, a little spoiler on this. Level 70 Raven solos Dark Zone. This was Dark Zone. Raven buff and minus boss HP. It's just Raven. Okay, it is an S4 Raven, to be fair. To be fair, this is an S4 Raven. But it's just Raven. Level 70 Raven. This is one of my favorite videos. It's really technical, and it's pretty slow, because there's a lot of like tricky movements that you have to do to get everybody grouped. And also, I wasn't as good at the game back then, so this was like more difficult than it would be for me to do today. But this was like week 1 Raven right here. The reason why she's moving back and forth is she's stalling out that slug while trying not to take any damage from that slug. So you see me like jump onto his tile and then run away. Just to try and stall him out so the slug is grouped with this Hamel spawn that came out. But I need all the enemies to be grouped for Raven to solo it. I'm also like trying to stay away from Horo, because if Raven ever blocks Horo, she dies. But that's okay because I core break Horo right before she reaches the chief. And now these slugs in the back, I have to wait for them to group up with Horo, because I have to hit the boss and the wave at the same time. If I don't do that, the run's over. I realize I can hit the slug, so I go ahead and do that. And then I run backwards to get more energy. The seasonal buff at this point was every time an arcane used an auto attack, they got 2 energy. So I'm just like letting Raven auto attack for energy, and she just absolutely deletes the boss. Like stands back up from the core break and she's already down. Now I'm tanking this slug so that I can group them up again. Now they're grouped up well enough, and I use my last 3 movement to get out energy real quick from the BFL week seasonal buff. Hit those last 2, and I leak 2 tiny slugs. But that's Release Raven. Level 70 Release Raven solo to BFL stage and hit 245k. Release Raven.
That's a nice headline, isn't it?
You can't do that anymore. BFL stages have gotten a little too crazy. They've gotten a little too crazy. Okay, back to what you guys are actually here for. Thank you for indulging me in my memories. I'm like old manning over here. Back in my day. What Burn needs today is a character that can core break min 2 cores on ults instead of ECB. Buff and add more burn stack, basically burn Jasmine. Maybe reforged Yan Yan, Thistle, or Duro. How do I feel about that? I mean, what you're describing, honestly, is Thistle. That's honestly what you're describing. 2 core break on an ults, it's Thistle. And add more burn stack. Okay, not exactly Thistle, because Thistle like increases magic damage, not burn stacks. I see what you're saying. Yeah, if they had a way where like your burns could multiply. Yeah, it needs help. Whatever they do, it needs help for sure. What crime brand do you use for Zero, by the way? I'm still just using Illusory Moon on her because I don't know any other better choice. I really like running Inversion Slash on Zero. It helps her maintain her energy and keep up in both damage and core break. If you're not running Inversion Slash, then you can run either like Embrace or what's it called? Bell Tower. Bell Tower, Embrace, or Inversion Slash. Those are my 3 recommendations. Started playing when Yao came out. I picked up because of the visuals, but I soon stopped playing. I just started a new account with 11, Cabernet, LL, Serpent, Golan, and Nox. That's a really strong start. 11, Cabernet, and LL. Like your first 3 are just like absolutely cracked. 11 needs a reforge to be fair, but like 11's very good when you get a reforge. Okay, back to... This is like the 3rd time we've gotten this song where they just like talk to us instead of... I swear, shuffle is not shuffle. YouTube is broken. Give me... I'm picking parallel lines. Scrolling down, I'm going to find parallel lines. I'm going to put it on. Parallel lines. There it is. Okay. Okay. So after all of that memory lane stuff, let's go back to testing Synex. We've got a bunch of basic bitch auto attackers here, and we're going to see just how well this compares. Like, Synex is all about her auto attacks. That's literally all she can do. So let's see how she compares to like Corrin and Shalom and Nox, and just see if she can keep up at what she's best at. For some reason, I doubt it. You have 1 energy there, 1 energy there. We wait for the cores so that it's a fair comparison. Sounds reasonable. I can't even break all these cores. It's so many cores. So many cores. Okay, let's try the stage again. And this time let's spread out our energy a little bit better so we can break all of those cores. And if I need any more energy, I can get it back. I can use that energy. There's the core reveal. Oh, nope, I messed up again. Hold on. One more time. Then we can get this real test out of the way. Like, this is the truest actual test that we'll be able to get. Just comparing Synex directly against her competitors of Nox, Core, and Shalom, and even Pilgio. Okay, core reveal. Break. Do that. Activate this. Activate this. And then activate Nox. That boss had like no HP, so we just use all of his power on the next boss. And this is like the truest, most accurate, fair comparison that we'll get. And you can see that Synex isn't even appearing on the list. It's Corrin, Shalom, Pilgia. Synex isn't even the top 3. That's so rough, man. No, that's so bad. Oh, let's do a round 2. That's so bad. She doesn't even keep up with Pilgia. I'm also completely out of core breaks. Another downside of this character is that she contributes nothing in the core break department. Yeah. I'm not impressed, to say the least. Oh, Synex power crept somebody. She power crept Pilgia because Pilgia is no longer in her corrupted state all the time. Does Nox power crept Synex back? Or is Synex going to stay in the lead? Oh, that's a laser beam. Yeah. I gotta actually dodge that for a second. Okay, so she beat Pilgia because Pilgia ran out of mania. And Nox came up surprisingly low. But then like Nox has so much energy demands and not enough AoE, so like Nox also isn't reforged, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's just atrocious, man. For a character that does nothing but auto attack and like only single target, Synex is losing the single target battle to like Shalom and Corrin and even Pilgia. I mean, Pilgia is lower because she wasn't in her corrupted state, but like assume that you have a stage where like Pilgia is able to stay in her corrupted state. Pilgia is doing more than Synex. So Synex is just bad. Like, there's no cutting corners. Like that's just bad. You can't do anything when numbers are that low. It's just not gonna happen. Which is unfortunate. Like if she had some spice maybe, but she doesn't have any spice. She's entirely single target. She does nothing but auto attack. She doesn't break cores. She doesn't do this. She doesn't do that. She's not a wave clear. She's got a fairly hard-hitting ECB. But like, do you care? Like Corrin's ECB is breaking a core and shredding armor. It's just, that's a rough one, man. I really expected higher numbers. Like, again, Synex is entirely single target. You have to keep that in mind because, like, Nox attacks in an AoE. Pilgia attacks in an AoE. Shalom attacks in an AoE because it bounces. Corrin attacks as an AoE. Like, everybody here is hitting in an AoE. And Synex is the only one that's entirely single target. So Synex in these single target environments should be hitting significantly harder. Like at least 30% harder to like justify the lack of AoE. But as the only single target member, she's like middle of the pack. And she's only middle of the pack because Pilgia ran out of value. Otherwise she'd be bottom of the pack. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's too bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Silver. Like, why does Synex have to be bad? Like, Synex is such a good character in the lore, so why does she have to be like so bad? And I wonder if the reasoning behind it is that they packed like some. What is? I wish they told me what Blood Oath was. I remember it. I don't remember all of it, but I remember it being like her mechanic, obviously. It's, I don't know, really cool character, like thematically really cool character. But damn, these numbers are so fucking low. Okay, so mathematically speaking, 3 times 100 versus Corrin's 600. Okay, so those are the numbers that we're working with, right? Corrin, 600% attack, or 600% damage, rounding up, right? Let's call it 600%. With 841 attack. 841 attack. It's massive. And like she ignores 180 defenses. So like let's assume that they're both doing true damage here because Corrin's ignoring all the armor anyways. So it's 600 times 800. So big number. And then when you go to Synex, each hit is 103 times. So let's call it 300 times 600. It's so much lower. That's like a third of the damage per swing. So to keep up with Corrin, Synex has to be able to swing 3 times per Corrin bullet. And she's just not doing that. She's definitely not doing that. When I say 3 times, I do mean like each hit hits 3 times, so she actually needs to hit 9 times, right? That's the analysis, but it's just the numbers are so low. And again, that single target, Corrin does massive cross-map AoE. Like, why does a single target character gotta be worse than the AoE character? What's going on there? She does give a true damage buff. Apparently it's kind of awful though. The problem with the true damage buff. I'm going off of what chat told me because I haven't tested it myself too heavily. This buff, it lasts for 6 seconds, and it's actually pretty hard to keep that going. So what people are saying is that you need like 10% attack speed if you want to keep that buff up without her S1. If you have her S1, then it stays permanently and you can do whatever. But if you want like Synex to keep this mark going, apparently she needs 10% attack speed, which is rough. It's just rough. It's not what you're looking for. You would hope that she's able to keep up. Like, the only reason to use her is this. It's 25% damage. It's not the worst. I mean, there's definitely stronger. So like this is okay. But if she's having trouble stacking it, then that's another problem entirely. Every 8 times Synex performs a normal attack. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, so the thing that's applying this mark is her big, like, claw spikes coming out of the ground, which look cool, but it does very little damage. And then after the claw spikes come out of the ground, she then needs to hit them another 25 times to cap this out. And yeah, you are going to need some attack speed if this lasts for 6 seconds, and you need to attack 8 times to keep it going. So you have to hit 8 times in 6 seconds to keep this up. Which, yeah, you need attack speed to do that. I mean, it stacks really fast, assuming you have, like, Augustus. Yeah, I do have Synex at S0. S1 lets her keep that true damage mark alive. And lets her heal. So I'm sure, like, healing... I mean, healing's a defensive stat, who cares? But the Rift lasting for the entire battle makes her much easier to play. But after that, you're looking at, like, what, S3? And she reduces damage taken by allied sinners in front of her. And Rift Mark bearers deal less damage. And... okay, so people who have the Rift Mark take and deal 20% more damage. They take 20% more damage, they deal 20% less damage. So that's a really small margin. I don't know. My review is that they gave Synex the Endura treatment, where they're just like, well, we have this true damage powerhouse. We don't want her to be broken, so we're just going to pile on a bunch of defensive stats and hope it's enough. And because like they're just relying on defensive stats, she just doesn't do anything. That's my opinion of her. Too much on the defenses. And her utility numbers are pretty low. S1, you don't need to care about attack speed. Yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, like, do you really want to invest in S1 for no damage increase? Like, let's just take a look at like a really strong S1, like Corn, what's your S1? Is your S1 broken? Oh, okay. I know the one because I made a whole video on it. We'll take a look at Pilgia. Where's Pilgia? Pilgia. Her S1's very convoluted to read, but if you've seen the Pilgia video, this shackle says that Pilgia does double damage. That's how you interpret the shackle one. Pilgia does double damage. And you compare that to Synex's, where Synex's first shackle says you don't have to run attack speed anymore. Synex can now do her job without attack speed assistance. It's just like, oh my god, like that's if she's relying on shackles to be good, like this is not the character to do it because you're not getting anything out of those shackles. I don't know. My opinion's very low. Let me try like a story stage. See if we can like redeem something out of her. Alright, regale 3-5. Sure. Okay, let me catch up on chat again. I just ranted about how bad Synex was. Hello, first time. Is she not buffing others? She is buffing other true damage by a bit, but it's not enough. Definitely not enough. It's a very small number, and it's very difficult to reach that number and maintain that number is the bigger one. Synex released a year too late with a kit like this. Yeah. So like, okay. Again, in the context of Coquelicq teams, which I had a whole fucking series on Coquelicq teams too. Like I am like Coqueliqq's biggest fan. Go search Coquelicq Social True Power on my channel. You'll find like 20 videos of me using Coquelicq in BFL. Like that was my jam. That was like my first big popularity spike where I went from like 50 subscribers to like 100 subscribers because I was just spamming Coquelicq all the time. And if Synex released back in that era, then we'd have a really good member for Coquelicq teams. You could easily replace like Priscilla on that team because Priscilla wasn't doing anything except providing Coquelicq hits. And then like Synex would have a cheaper Priscilla ult, and she'd also be buffing Coquelicq damage by 25%. And you wouldn't have to worry about maintaining the Rift Mark because you would be getting attack speed because that's what that team did. That entire team was built around attack speed. So like, great. Synex works great with Coquelicq. But with Coquelicq being bad, like Synex just doesn't do anything. And I could see that like if Coquelicq gets a reforge, then Synex is a prime member for a Coquelicq team. Like she has the attack speed, she has the multiple hit attack because she hits 3 times per swing during her ultimate, and she buffs Coquelicq by 25%. Like, those are all really good things, and that team solves Synex's problems, and Synex works with that team. So like theoretically, Synex could be good in the future, but with Coquelicq being so bad, Synex is also bad. And they're about hand in hand in how bad they are. About hand in hand in how bad they are. Oh, this stage is a nightmare. Oh, I played this stage with Reforged 11, and I was like, wow, this stage is easy. And then somebody on Reddit asked for help. It's like, how do I clear this stage? And I was about to write a paragraph about like how easy the stage was. And then I tried it with their team, and I spent like 2 hours trying to beat the stage. It was miserable. Okay, I said I was going to catch up on chat, but I gave up halfway through because I went on another rant about how bad Synex is. No, she just bad. True damage buff. Yeah, she does, but it's bad. It's over. The 3rd anniversary celebration being a mirror of the first, and Synex being the character just before the anniversary, and be bad just like Rahu was at the same time is funny to see. Yeah, that's it actually is hilarious. Time is a flat circle. And so why must you treat new Furies like this? Yeah, why is every Fury atrocious? Like, let's go through the Furies real quick. Zoya, awful. Darren, good at her time, awful now. Donald, he was a good core breaker at the time, awful. Jasmine's good, but Jasmine's not really a Fury. She's bleed. Pilgia, she was awful. I think she's better now with Shen in the game. Yao was good. Okay, I can't say every Fury was bad. Just the ones who rely on auto-attacking. And like Nox is obviously good. Yeah, I think Furies get shafted more than any other class. Like you look at Bai Yi, Angel, Serpent was really good for a time, not good now. Della was always bad. Mantis is really good, Zero is really good, Graves is really good. This character was a mistake. Or Crash. If you go through their reticles, like you're not going to find any problems with any reticles. They're just all good. And most of the mages are good. Most of the Arcanas are good too. Really just the Furies that are like, they're either passable or atrocious. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, anyways, Synex. Put you on the team. See how good you can swing. Let's pair you with Kokolick, why not? Eeny, miny, mo. Let's move Rahu back 1. Put her there, and then we put Kokolick here, and Lady Pearl here. And then who do we put in the last slots? Bring Corrin in case stuff goes bad. Fury are either S1 merchant or they are bad. Nox might be an outlier. Yeah, I feel you on that. I agree. Bro, who doesn't have crime branch? Just crime branch. We're good. We can just use this as a testing ground. Okay, we're not using Corrin. Corrin is only here in case things go bad. In case we don't clear the stage at all. I will say her attack range is pretty nice. Like, for casual clearing, Synex has a really unique attack range that feels good. Okay, for story stages, I'm actually feeling her. Like, it's pretty nice. And with Inversion Slash, you're, like, almost always going to be in the ult state. I say that and everybody's falling over. And she has really good defensive stats. Like, everybody else fell apart, but Synex is still here. So you got to give Synex that at least, that she's able to stay alive. She is able to maintain her ult. She does have a really good attack range. She does have a really neat ECB for the purposes of story. Okay. I mean, I am reasonably impressed by that, even though I failed the stage. Like, the stage did not go well. But I was reasonably impressed by that. It was like a casual story mode. Man, that ultimate cast is really long. It's going to be really annoying for a lot of stages. Clap these guys. The clap is fun. Not sure about good, but definitely fun. Okay, I have like 0 core break options on this team. We're just gonna have to suffer. But like, you can see how she's struggling with these cores. Yeah. I don't know. Like, let me just play this stage normally and, like, not play around Synex. Let's do the same thing, but play around Corrin. Again, Corrin has infinitely more utility than Synex. AoE, core break, armor shred, wave clear, boss DPS. Like a jack of all trades that does everything. Trying to compare these two is just a 9-day difference of how dominant Corrin is. And like role comparison. Fun character, not a good character. Fun, but not good. Nox's 3 years of dictatorship needs to be studied, and that's counting the fact that she was free and free on release when she was the strongest in the game. Yeah, for sure. But it makes sense that they gave her a reforge, because while she is like still super dominant in the game, she's also she wasn't seeing any play in like BFL or like high-end clears or anything like that, because all of her damage, she's basically like a damage over time character, right? She doesn't have any dots, but the fact that she casts her ultimate and she's just relying on the full duration of her ult to deal all of her damage, she wasn't like speed running or bursting anything. So they really needed to give her something to keep up with in like BFL and other like really fast game modes. And giving her the reforge and giving her like the 3 core break ECB was a really nice touch that let her like stay competitive, right? It was a good touch, and I'm glad that they gave Nox that reforge so that she could keep up in faster paced game modes. She didn't need it for like the slower stuff like ROTD and story and all that nonsense, but for like BFL specifically, yeah, she needed help. She just couldn't get 20 hits off. Okay, but that stage, I was making the most use of Synex with DPS crime brands, and I also had Lady Pearl next to her, where Lady Pearl just has supportive crime brands on. Like she has 0 damage on her at all. But Lady Pearl still did more damage. And Corrin blew both of them out of the water. So Synex, bad. She has the least utility out of all the options I've tested her against. Like the only utility that she has is if she has attack speed, she can give 25% damage. And I guess like if you ever S1, then it's just 25% damage. So it's true damage only. So like she can provide some utility in the form of 25% more true damage. And she is tanky. But her numbers are just really low. And everybody else that I'm comparing her against has better damage and utility beyond just that damage. So Synex is really just... I'm running out of ways to say it. Synex is bad. Unfortunately. I was excited for this character. I wanted her to be good. I wanted to prove the naysayers wrong, but no, the naysayers are right. She's bad. She can't keep up. And for her BFL buff, they gave her double damage. And even then, she's still struggling even with double damage. And I can see why, because Corrin's struggling and Corrin has double Synex's damage. So, yeah, everything tracks. Oh man, we're going to have another brutally honest character guide. The Pilgia guide was brutally honest. We're going to have a brutally honest one for Synex. I'm just going to say she's bad. Wait for the Kokalik reforge, and then maybe she can do something. But until the Kokalik reforge, bad. Speaking of Corrin, I'm mad that I forgot to get her in the shop. You forgot about Corrin? Okay, you're on my naughty list now. Here are my favorite centers in the game, okay? I've got them listed and ordered. Irene is definitely going to get dropped for Augustus when Augustus comes out. And Augustus is probably going to be like up there with Angel and Corrin. Like, Augustus is definitely like skipping the line and going straight to the top. But there's my favorite centers in the game. Angel, Corrin, Shalom, Rahu, 11, Pilgia, Shen, Hypatia, Raven, Irene. And if you're telling me that you skipped out on Corrin, well, you just skipped out on my second favorite center. So we got beef. We got beef now. If you're telling me that you skipped out on Angel, we got some giga beef, all right? Angel's the best. I never get to use Angel anymore because BFL stages aren't kind to her. And Umbra Core. She was supposed to work with Umbra Core, but Just turns out that Umbra Core has replaced her. But it's a rough time for Angel. She's still good. She's just struggling more and more. All right, I'll catch you later, Silver. Thanks for popping in. Don't bounce too hard. You might have a hard landing. Oh man, so many requests. I will say that Synex, whatever Path Nowhere is doing, it's bringing a lot of players in. There's been a lot of activity on the subreddit. There's been a lot of friend requests lately. And all of that says like, hey, new players are coming in and joining the game. Also, like, my subscriber count has been going up like a ton, even though I haven't been uploading any videos. Like, I've been away for the week, but my subscriber count went up by like 50 or 60, even though I was AFK for the week. So that was like weird to come back to. I thought for sure it was gonna plummet or stay stagnant or something, but it just went up. So new players are definitely having a feast right now. I don't know what Path Nowhere is doing in terms of advertisement, but hey, they've done a good job because people are hopping back in. So whatever ad campaign they're doing right now, they need to continue. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream there. Disappointed is definitely a word for it. I was hoping that Synex would be good, but Synex confirmed to be struggling. Yeah, I see a lot of people asking for help and whatnot on Reddit. Yeah, it's been really high lately. And the last time we had this much discussion was Owo's release. Or not Owo, Zero's release. There's a lot of talk around when Zero came out. People really liked Zero. So I'm glad to see that things are popping off again. But yeah, I'm going to hop off. Synex, bad. Currently irredeemable. She's going to be like Hypatia, where Hypatia is waiting for a core team member to be good. Like Hypatia is just trash right now too. She had one season in BFL where she was good, but it's because the seasonal buff made her do 4 times damage. So Hypatia was bad. And I guess it makes sense that if Hypatia is bad, then Synex must also be bad. So she's not going to go in the useless tier. She's going to be in like worth raising, because I do think that she's comfy enough in like story and stuff. Like the truly bad sinners like don't have any use at all in any game mode. Like their kits are just a failure. And I don't think Synex's kit is a failure. I just think her numbers are low. So like you can still use her in story and stuff and have fun with her and like do useful stuff. Like her attack range is really unique. Let me see that attack range again. Like that's a really unique attack range. You can do some stuff with that. Like that's fun. Got like the serpent attack range, but oh, the numbers are just so low that she's just not doing much. Not doing much at all. Hey F8, you've caught the tail end of the stream. I know I haven't streamed for long, but oh damn, it's been like an hour of me complaining about how bad Synex is. So like I for my own mental health, I gotta get out of this space because I'm just slowly losing it with, like I was really excited for this character and I knew that she wasn't gonna be good, but I didn't expect her to be this bad. So no, you're cool, F8. No worries. All right, any other final thoughts I want to leave up on? What the hell am I going to do for the Synex showcase? Because I always have the showcase and I always have the guide afterwards. And at least with F0 Pilgia, I could still make a showcase. I barely hit 240k, but I hit it. I don't think I can hit 240k with Synex. I don't think that's possible. I guess I just slap her in the arcane crit and say like, hey, she was there. I think that's the best I can do. Yeah, it's, whatever I do, it's not going to be fun. Synex is just in a really bad spot. But yeah, I'm going to head out. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. I will have a Synex debut video out tomorrow or the next day, something like that. And we'll have a Synex guide out at the Shadow Showcase. Ugh, that sounds awful. You really think that she can like do something in the challenge stages? Maybe. I don't know, like especially like chapter 7 was rough. I went back to like chapter 6 and I kind of just like steamrolled it with Arcane Crit. But yeah, yeah, that BFL stage was kind of rough too. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so showcase coming out tomorrow or the day after. Probably the day after. We're probably looking at Thursday. And then Synex guide over the weekend. It's not going to be a very positive review. It's going to be a very negative review. It's going to be like the Pilgia guide way back when, where it's brutally honest. So yeah, I'll catch you guys then. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all of y'all. Catch y'all next time. Peace.